Hello and welcome to the Tweets to Go demonstration video. Here we're going to demonstrate how to use Tweets to Go and explain how it can work for you. Okay, so basically I'm going to start off here at the top menu. I have add a account, so that's where you would add a specific Twitter account. I'll just click on SimTouch here. And this is how you switch between your accounts that you've already added. It's as simple as a click. Okay, I've got 4 of them. I don't have another one to add. However, I'll go through the motions of adding SimTouch again. Okay, you simply click on Add Account. You're open with a browser window, and here it says Sign into Twitter. Now, that's exactly what we're going to do. Twitter give you a message saying to authorize Tweets to Go to use your account. And here's a little bit of information about us that they're giving back. We're using the Twitter API version 1.1. 1.0 has become obsolete as of March this year. So if any of you got some tweet applications out there not working, that's probably the reason why. Okay, so we'll type in SimTouch as if we're going to add it again. We'll type in the password for it. Oh, I think that may be it there, and we click authorize the app. No, that was not it. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, and I'll just click the enter button here. Okay, Twitter will bring you back a PIN number. And in the PIN number, you basically have to click add it. And it is a requirement from Twitter. So you can copy and paste it in here, but we actually grab it and put it into it for you. If it's not in here, simply paste it in and click the add button. If you don't want to leave Tweets to Go and add several accounts at a time, when you finish adding that, when this window opens back again, it most likely will show you the previous account. And here you just simply click sign out, and then you'll be able to add in your new account. Okay, so that's how you add your account to Twitter. For demonstration purposes here, I'll click the Tweets to Go. I'm just going to go back to follow here. I'll type in something under Twitter, not Twitter suggestions. Actually, I'll speak about Twitter suggestions. Twitter suggestions basically give you some categories, or as they call slugs. That's not a great number at the moment. I'm sure they're going to improve on this. I pick books, for example, and it will give me back 20. I know that already. So we're hoping that will be increased by Twitter because the API is quite new, version 1.1. I'm sure it will be, and they'll allow paging option to bring back more results than that. However, I don't myself find it very good because they have this habit of bringing back verified accounts. And in most cases, we don't want to follow verified accounts because the following and follower differential has a very major gap. Okay, so let's try something more meaningful in searching tweets. So we'll type in country music. Okay, and we'll click search. Again, I can manually follow or change my mind and simply unfollow. That's how manual following is done. Simple as that. Anywhere you like, scroll down the page and simply click follow. Okay, so we've got a couple of options up here, and we've got a couple of settings on the left hand side. So let's read the first option, and this is for auto following by a number that we filtered out in these results, where the user is following more than they have followers and their last tweet is less than days ago. Well, what does that mean? Okay, well basically anyone that's posted a tweet, in my case I'm going to say less than or greater than 1 day, I really don't want to follow. Okay, so I want them, their last tweet to be less than 1 day. In this case hours, which everybody seems to be hours here, which is great. So the first part of it, where the user is following more than they have followers, that's pretty much what it says. Basically, I only want to follow people that basically are following higher number than they actually have followers. And hopefully there is somebody down here. I don't actually see that being an option for me. It seems to be quite the opposite way around. There must be one person here in this result. Okay, here's one here, 66 to 49. Okay, so the following is 66 and the followers is 49, and the last tweet put is 1 hour. So we're definitely going to get one out of this. Okay, so Twitter do not have a limitation on how many people you can follow or unfollow per day. However, they do have a policy saying that they do filter out, that's what they say, and look for aggressive following and unfollowing. If you're concerned about that, you have an option here to say max follow. So irrespective of what we get here in the following, I'm going to set this at 5. Irrespective of what we have, so let's say the result could have been 150 to auto follow back, meeting the criteria that we want. Basically, it will only follow back 5 in total, which is pretty good. And again, if you want to slow down the auto follows, you've got a time interval in seconds between 0 and 60. I always leave it at 0. Okay, so let's go and do that. Auto follow. Let's see what we get. Okay, so it's auto following. It's got something to follow. It has found 5 users for us to follow. We can see one here. It's changed to blue, and we can see that the following is higher than the followers. Okay, is there any more there? Okay, there's a couple of more there, and you'll see that is the case for each of the people that have been auto follows. Let's look at our second way to auto follow. Where the user's followers are not more than they follow by a specific number and the last tweet is less than days ago. So again, I don't want to follow anybody where the last tweet is posted as less than a day. Obviously, this is for demonstration purposes. You may be happy with 7 or even 14 days for that matter. And this is the number. So what does it mean exactly? Well, basically it means I don't mind if they have 500 people, which is the default number here. You can set it to 1 if you like. I don't mind if they have 500 people more following them than they are following. But I do mind if they've got 1,500, because that's quite a gap, and I don't think they're going to follow me back as a result of it. Okay, so I probably won't get that to work here, because I'll say 1, because everybody seems to be okay. We'll try and see, can we get it anything out of it. Okay, we did. We got a few, I believe. Okay, just in case you're wondering, by the way, I'm using a mouse pad here for scrolling, which is equivalent basically to a scroller on a mouse. Okay, but you can actually click it if you just got a mouse pointer. Okay, so there's definitely more than 5 there in total. Okay, the last option to make it easy for you to follow is where user's last tweet is just simply less than days ago. So basically in this search results, follow back the maximum number that I want, irrespective of whatever the results are, where the last tweet isn't more than 1 day ago, and that's our setting. Okay, and that's basically how you would find yourself some meaningful people to follow, meeting specific search criteria for yourself. And you can define that in other ways. You know, obviously, if they were greater than 30 days, well, you could call that like they're very quiet, for example. Now, we covered following. I just want to show how many people are not following me back. And I've got 38. Obviously, we would have the few that came in recently. Very, very similar here. We've got the days. We've got the maximum number. We've got the number. That would be number by. And we have the max unfollow. Again, if we want to prevent aggressive unfollowing, we can set that to a specific number that we're happy with. And again, there's a time interval between 0 and 60 seconds. If you just want to slow down the automation between each auto follow. Can I do it manually? Of course I can. Okay, so they're unfollowed. And now it's given me the option, if I change my mind, to say, actually, no, follow. I'll keep that one. Excuse me. Okay, so we have our list here of unfollowers. Our options to unfollow. Well, most of these options will be just really applicable for your first time using Tweets to Go, kind of like a cleanup, because if you're following correctly through Tweets to Go, you'll never really be presented with these options, because the following options would predefine it anyway, if you understand what I'm trying to say there. So let's have a look at the options here. It says where the user's last tweet was posted less than days ago. Well, we know that one is. Basically, we're trying to do the opposite here, so to speak, down in the follow case. So I want to follow anybody that hasn't well, it's kind of the same in one sense, but basically, because we're unfollowing, we're doing the slight opposite on it. Basically, if anybody's gone quiet on us that we have followed, we may want to follow them, and we could set that for 14 days. Okay, so we haven't heard a peep from them in 14 days, get rid of them. It's as simple as that. Where the user's followers are not more than they follow by the number. Well, it's exactly the same in the follow. So basically, if somebody has followed us and we see since they have followed us, basically we want to unfollow them where they've gained a gap, a wide gap. We'll say, in this case, we'll say 500 by the default. So they've 500 more followers than they're actually following back people. And I'm sure a lot of you have noticed, some people come in and follow you on Twitter, and they come back and unfollow you intentionally in 3 days' time. And that's how their followings decrease and their followership goes up. And there's sort of people that you like to kind of catch out and unfollow back. And the third option here that we have is anyone who has not followed back since the number of days. Only works for people followed using tweets to go. Okay, how does it work and what does it all mean? Okay, well, I'll tell you what it means. Irrespective of whatever software company says to you, Twitter do not give back the date of you following somebody or somebody following you. And by not having that date, well, we can't really tell how long it is since. So if you're using your following to tweets to go, we put into the database the ID of that follower and the date and time. And that gives you an option to come back here and say, which is probably what you're most likely going to use. Okay, days, let's set the days. Okay, so 14 days. Anyone who has not followed me back in 14 days, unfollow now. It's as simple as that. And you will click the autofollow button. Okay, I don't think that's going to be an option for me. I'll try it for one day, but I doubt it, because I think all these follows happened today. We'll go and see. Let's have a look anyway. Okay, it did. It took out 10 people. Okay. So there was obviously 10 people in the database that we followed, most likely yesterday. Okay. And that yesterday could be because we've gone over the 24-hour clock. Okay, it's as simple as that. And that's how we carry out the unfollows. So now we're going to talk about auto-tweeting and how do we do it. Well, we've got two options, and that's mainly what Tweets to Go is about. It's about auto-tweeting and making your life easy. Not having to pay an outside company, not having to pay staff members who are going to the PC or going to the Twitter account every 10-15 minutes to post something of valuable information. They can sit down the day before, predefine up to any amount of predefined tweets to a specific group, and click start auto-tweeting and let it happen. Up to Twitter's usage policy is 1,000 tweets per 24 hours. That's a lot of tweeting. That's a lot of messaging going out. And it can also be done after hours. If you want to hit another country while your office is closed through a time differential, it's ideal to do it. Okay. How do we do it? Okay, well, for the demonstration of this video, always have a look up here before you do anything and make sure you're in the account that you want this to happen to. Okay, down here I happen to have her homepage open. In here we've got an embedded timeline from Twitter, which allows me to show tweets that we're going to post. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up a group. I'll call it video group. Since how we're making a video, sorry, I slightly clicked something there, and you can add as many groups as you want. Okay, so we'll just say group 2. Now on the specific groups, the groups that I'm adding here will only be related to Tweets to Go. Each Twitter account has its own groups and has its own predefined tweets to a group. I'll explain that to you now. Now that I have some sort of group, I can click video group, and here I can assign tweets to it. So I'll call it test tweet number 1. Okay. And here I'll have test tweet number 2. I'm going to just add a few 2's there because I want to show you how to edit. Okay, and here I have test tweet number. Okay, well, there's another error there. Look, okay, let's leave that as well. Test tweet number 3. Okay, and let's simply add that. Delete button pretty much does what it says. It deletes it. So let's delete this one. It's got simple as that. And we go test tweet number 3. Now, how do we edit? Well, to edit is as simple as this. Okay, and click anywhere. I'll click off, I'll click back on, just for demonstration purpose, and I'll reload the group. Now you can see we have the correction here of it, test tweet number 2. Okay, so I've got 3 tweets assigned to the group video group, and at this stage we can start to AutoTweet. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, a couple of options in here. We've got max minutes. This is the minute time interval between AutoTweeting. Here I'm going to select a group, which is my video group. If, which I'm going to demonstrate in a few minutes, I want to post an RSS feed as opposed to predefined tweets to groups, I would simply click the radio check button here called U RSS feed, and I would click an RSS feed from the RSS feed drop down box. Okay, we've got start button, we've got pause button, we've got stop. Start means start auto tweeting, which I will do now. First one's gone. Pause means to pause it if I need to pause it for a specific reason, and stop is to stop it completely. You can call it like a cancel. We can see here, so we don't accidentally re-click this button, it's being disabled. When we click stop, it will re-enable itself. We've got a timer that gives us an idea how long it actually has taken to carry out the posting of the tweets, and here it simply tells us that we've posted 1 out of 3. So again, the first one starts as soon as you click this, the start button, and after that it's at the 1 minute setting interval between each posting. Okay, let's go to our home page and refresh the page and see has it appeared, and it has, in the embedded timeline. Okay, so there's test tweet number 1. Now, okay, a couple of seconds here to go for the second one to be posted, and there we go, test tweet number 2. Okay, again I'll just give the page a refresh and see how's it come in. Okay, there's a little delay between Twitter. That's quite normal. I'm sure you see it on the website. And I'll just give it a few more seconds, and I'll click. It's still not there. Give it another little refresh and give it time. No. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's the usual sort of delays you get between Twitter, but I'm sure you understand they have a lot of users and have quite a hectic server. Okay, so we're waiting on the last tweet to post there. I just want to go over RSS feeds. What does it mean? Okay, how do we set one up? Well, it's very straightforward. We give it a meaningful name that we're going to remember, and we simply put in the link to it. The link must be very precise to the RSS feed if it's for your website. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to use the Yahoo News. Okay, it'll make things a lot simpler. Let's see, here we're gone. Okay, our other tweets have stopped. The start button has re-enabled. It has posted 3 out of 3, and you can see the timer has gone red because it's finished, and it took 2 minutes and 1 second. Okay, and 2 minutes out of 3 is because the first tweet obviously goes to the time you select the start button. I'm going to change here now to RSS feeds. I'm going to select the Yahoo News. Okay, and Yahoo News, it's usually around 40 news stories they have at any one time. So I'm simply just going to click the start button and start posting Yahoo News. Okay, so there's the first one gone. Headline is change in weather. Okay, so just to explain what's being tweeted here. What happens from the RSS feeds, we take the title of the RSS feed, not the description, and we take the link and we combine them together. So basically what's posted is the title of the RSS feed and the link. So it can link to whatever. In this case it's going to be the story. and in their case the headline is actually going to be the title. Okay, let's give a refresh here and see what's come in. Okay, what do we got here? We've got the third from the group tweeting, and here we've got the first news story from Yahoo News. So look at that, pretty good, isn't it? RSS feed, even shows the picture here. Here's a link that goes off to the story, and it's a little bit more information. RSS feed's far from dead by all means. And there's a new story from Yahoo. Okay. And I just, oh, okay, there's the other one come in here. We have explosions heard near Afghan, and basically we'll go and see that's exactly what has been auto-tweeted. And here we go. Okay, so we're heading up now almost for the last tweet that we're going to let go, because I'm going to stop it then. There's 40 of them here, and while I'm doing that, I'm just going to give a recap. We have backup data, which allows us to back up our data, and it also allows to restore data. What is in the data? Well, what's in the data basically is our groups, our predefined tweets. We don't want to lose that information, because obviously we'll post it again another day and we don't have to retype it. Most likely that will be the case. And we want to keep our RSS feeds, because most likely we'll auto post them again another day. And basically, if there is an update from tweets to go, how does it work? Well, when you open your application, it'll say to you, hey, new update, version, whatever it is, would you like to install the update? It's a good idea before you install updates to basically back up your database. In the unlikely event that the installation of the update puts in a fresh, clean database with no data. So I would recommend, when you finish using Tweets to Go on each and every day, back it up to a folder on your PC or wherever you want to back it up to. It may be cloud computing. Okay, so that other one has gone, so I'm going to stop that. No more posting tweets. I want to show you how to do the backup. Okay, so I want to back up my data. I have a folder here called test backup, and that's where I want to do it to. Okay, backup successful, and to restore it is pretty much the opposite. You're going to get a message here just pretty much saying to you, before you restore this, just realize it's going to be all the data from the last time you backed it up, and just that you're not going to wipe out any more recent data. Okay, so basically has covered basically how to use Tweets to Go. And again, I'll just go over the tabbings. We have our Twitter accounts, we have groups, we have set up tweets, we have starter auto tweeting, which is going to be predefined tweets and groups, or if it's going to be RSS feeds. That allows us to show who's not following back and how to manually and auto unfollow, and it allows us to do similar search for new people to follow under specific criteria, and allows us to manually and also follow. Up on top here we have the video tutorial. This allows you basically to link back to this website at any stage and watch this video, or basically smaller sections of it. You may want to look back on something like simply follow or unfollow. So I'd like to say thank you for watching. I hope the video has demonstrated to you how valuable this product will be for you and your organization, and take the work out of tweeting. Our website is www.tweetstogo.com, and that's TO for 2, not the number. And again, it's www.tweetstogo.com. And thank you. Goodbye.